Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome. Get in here. Welcome. Welcome to Behind the Experience, the car show. I am your host, Anthony McCrary, and tonight's show, tonight's show is tonight's show is all about, because y'all know I do this from time to time. Tonight's show is ladies' night. Yeah, you heard it, ladies' night. No, you ain't gonna get in free before 11 o'clock, but I got a lady here with us this evening to at least talk about car and the car buying experience, at least from the female perspective. And of course, she can only do this because she is a female. I am not. So tonight we have someone here with us. She is awesome. She is great. She is wonderful. She's someone that I know and I've gotten to know and I absolutely adore and or love at the same time. She is the one that does a lot of my behind the scenes stuff. She is my partner in crime, so to speak. I need her to hurry up and jump on into the studio because I'm running out of wonderful, great things to say about her. But this tonight's show is going to be, we are going to talk about the things that happen to, women on a level that doesn't happen to men. Yeah. So tonight I got on Malikia. Say hey to the world.
Hi.
Welcome. Oh, talk to us. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Yeah.
Well, I'm Malikia. What do you want to know that you already don't know?
The rest of the world doesn't know you.
Right. Okay. I'm from Valdosta, born and raised. I have three beautiful girls. I work in the car industry. Um, what else?
You are a woman, for one.
Is
We are having technical difficulties.
you hear that?
Hold on. All right. Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. You further away it is from the mic, the better. They're not going to work. So.
The only trick you need to save time and money is to shop at Aldi. Aldi. Shop differently. Limitless length plus volume. Sensational from every angle. New Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara. Only from Maybelline, New York. Everything that touches your baby should be this comforting. Pamper Swaddlers. The #1 choice of hospitals is 2 times softer. All right, Trivago. Find me a hotel somewhere in Thailand where I can wake up with a view of the ocean. Awesome. The future. It's impossible to see. And when it's finally here, it might not be what you'd expect. It might just be better. Introducing Luxury Electric. Introducing Lucid Air. We're for those who love to discover, who don't need to travel to find something new, and who know when you spend less, you can discover even more at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. Smooth, velvety chocolate wrapped in precious gold. Ferrero Rocher.
Valdosta Nissan says pick your payment, then pick your vehicle.
At Valdosta Nissan, we have so many vehicles to sell, we're letting you pick your payment.
Some as low as $199 a month, and some even have zero down. Your vehicle, your payment. It's that easy.
With over 300 company-wide, there's a vehicle for everyone, and you pick the payment. Come see why so many folks buy from Valdosta Nissan every day. All day, every day, Valdosta Nissan has your best deal.
Okay, everybody. Sorry about that. Yeah, we had some technical difficulties. No worries, no worries, no worries, no worries. Yeah, so we are now back. So like I was trying to say, tonight is ladies' night, and we have got a wonderful, awesome guest on tonight. Her name is Nalikia, and she's just going to give us, just from the female perspective as a customer, not someone who works in the industry as far as I do, selling and technical that way. No, just like your average everyday American woman, or any woman for that matter, trying to purchase a vehicle, and the things that she may face, or the things that she has faced in her lifetime, the things that still go on when it comes to, women purchasing vehicles or making large expenditures, such as vehicles and homes and things, and the things that as men, we just don't deal with. I go in and wanted to buy a car. I don't have to worry about, is this person scamming me? Because they're going to assume I know a little something about cars. When it comes to women, for the most part, that's not so much the case, because guess what? The auto industry is a male-dominated industry for the most part. Even still, don't get me wrong, there are plenty of females in it, and there are some females who are just badass. I'm telling you, they are awesome. But for the most part, this is still a male-dominated industry. And, a lot of people have been burned. A lot of women have been burned. So that trust factor is not there. So tonight she's going to give her perspective and things of and her experiences of what's gone on in her walk of life, and when it has come to trying to purchase and make the purchase of a vehicle. So yeah, definitely. Ready. Hi. Better now, right?
Very much.
All right. I don't know what you were doing. So, all right. So let's go ahead and kind of deep dive into this really quick. So talk to us a little bit, because you are not in this industry as far as, a salesperson, correct?
Right.
So you would be what we would consider your average everyday woman out here, trying to make a living and all that, your average everyday.
Correct.
Yeah. Cool. So awesome. So talk to us a little bit about your experiences when it has come to purchasing a vehicle.
Okay. Well, for me, I like to purchase my vehicles outright, pay cash. I'm not one of these, go make payments and whatnot. I didn't believe in that in the past. But, moving forward, that's something that I want to do. But yeah, I mean, I've purchased from like the local, if you want to say mom and pop stores or the small businesses. I've purchased from there plenty of times, and I regret it.
So I guess my question then to you is, all right, so you say you've done the small mom and pop stuff, right? Now I'm someone,
Hmm.
you know me, I work at a massive dealership. I work in what
Right.
we consider big box dealership, right? And I have preached for
Big
the
business.
longest time, you want to buy from a reputable dealership. So now you literally just said that you regret it. So why do you regret going to this mom and pop?
For me, I think I was taken advantage of. You know, you're purchasing from these dealerships thinking, nothing's wrong with the vehicle. It's a used car lot. So, just some minor work may need to be done, but something major, like your engine needs to be replaced, or your transmission, or maybe there's just a fire or up under the hood when you first buy your vehicle. you know. So those type of things, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna stay away from those type of individuals or places, and purchase from a big business car dealership.
Okay, and I hear that, and I hate that a lot of that has happened to you, and I hate that this seems to happen to the female population more so than it does to the male population. I'm not saying it doesn't happen to us, but to me, it seems like it happens to women far at a much larger rate than it does men. And I think that it's because
Right.
they take that ignorance that you guys have when it comes to vehicles for the most part, you know, and they truly do use it against you, or they try to explain it off by using their male dominance. And
Hmm.
this is why I say that when it comes time for you to purchase a vehicle, as far as a woman goes, I'm not saying you got to have a man. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is have somebody else there with you who has
Right.
done this before. That doesn't necessarily mean it's got to be a man, but it has to be somebody who understands how this goes. I am someone that believes in
Hmm.
you should buy on the buddy system. So you not only you got an understanding of what was said, somebody else has an understanding of what was said, because there could be two different understandings even though one thing was said. You get what I'm saying? So I think
Right.
I think that's something that women should try to do a lot more of. Even men, don't get me wrong, there are plenty of men who don't know the slightest clue about, but it's the way that society has everything set up, thinking that we are, the smart ones in the room, when many times we're kind of not. But I just from my perspective of what I see on a daily basis, I can say, yeah, it's the young girls that are being taken advantage of. I mean, how does that make you feel, knowing that what, young girl comes in, she's probably going to get taken advantage of.
Well, I think it's wrong. I wouldn't just, you have to have a conscience when you're selling a vehicle. So you wouldn't want your own daughter or your own mother driving around in a piece of crap. So why would you put somebody else in the same situation? They're wasting thousands of dollars on a vehicle thinking that it's going to be running for more than 6 months. For real. And it's not. So, people are constantly wasting money and whatnot. And I think it's just wrong, period.
I agree. I completely and totally agree. So let me ask you this: what was the worst experience that you ever had purchasing a vehicle?
So,
Oh man, it must be plenty.
I've had two, two, two worst experience. Okay. So my first experience, I bought a vehicle. I bought a Chevy Traverse, because I have kids. I wanted a third row vehicle. We travel, go to the beach a lot and whatnot. So I needed some room to put my stuff in, paid cash for the vehicle. And for that time, it fit my need, it fit my budget. And I was like, cool, there's something that, I could possibly, ride in for a few years. Unbeknownst to me, the vehicle, I didn't even have the truck a year.
Okay.
And it started having problems. I forgot, I don't even remember where it started, but overall, the end result is that it needed an engine. So I went in, priced the engines and whatnot, labor parts. I was like, no, it ain't worth it. It's really not. Now the second incident, um, purchased the car cash again. Like I said, I purchased cash cars. I'm a single mother, so I had to do what I gotta do. So purchased, I think it was the Altima. And I love Altimas. I like the Nissan brand. Um, so yeah, purchased that the first day I bought the vehicle. There up under the hood, it had stopped. It had stopped. So I was like, what's going on? So I called the guy who sold it to me, his assistant slash mechanic. So I called him because the guy, he's worked on my cars before.
Hold on. Just for the people in the back, right? This is like a mom and pop kind of deal, right? This isn't a retail dealership. This is a mom and pop
Definitely not
type of place, right? A used car lot. Uncle Rico's
used car lot.
Okay.
Which I should have seen the red flags. They had just, this guy, the owner, he's been working on cars for forever. And I think he just opened up his used car lot. And so I was like, and I was looking for a vehicle. And I was like, okay, that when I want that, let me inbox the person, hey, I saw it, I want it. So and so, okay, purchased a vehicle and whatnot, and leaving my friend's house on my way to go pick up my daughter from school. The car stopped. And I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? I was like, I know you lying. So I need my money back at this point. So I called the guy up and was like, hey, something's going on with my vehicle. It's not running. I was like, maybe it's the starter. It could have been, the alternator. That's what I was thinking. Maybe it's the battery. Who knows? So he pops the hood and one of the wires is on fire. And I'm like, bro, I could have blew up. Like, what's really going on?
Jeez.
So yeah, he said I didn't have to pay for any parts and whatnot. So I was like, no, sir, no ham and no turkey. I'm not paying for this. So he paid for the parts, fixed and whatnot, Then there was a second issue on the same vehicle, and the tailpipe, it started smoking. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? Again, I've had the car for like a month or two. So, I really couldn't do nothing about it except for driving until the wheels fell off and keep on fixing the issue. And then at the end of the day, again, I needed a transmission. That should have been told to me before I bought it because they knew what it was before they gave it to me. I'm 99.9%. I know they did. I know they do. Because these used car lots, they fix up the vehicles to make it run. And that's it. Everything else is on you.
And I think that this is why I try to, because we're the ones. And when I say we, I'm talking about us as Black people. We are the ones who end up getting caught in this BS because they have the price range that I'm looking for. They've got the price point I'm looking for. They've got the payment that I need. They've got the type of financing that fits more so around my budget. Every 2 weeks I can pay these people as opposed to once a month. They'll just take it directly out of my account kind of stuff, right? The problem is just what you're saying, is that we end up running the risk of putting ourselves in a position where we are paying more for a vehicle to where it's not even worth it. And in your case, day one, we're talking about fire under the hood. We got some 1996 Altimas that the only thing that's ever been changed on them have been the brakes and the tires. So, this is just kind of But again, this is the kind of stuff that why I preach so hard. If you're going to purchase a pre-owned vehicle, you need to be very well researched. And if you're not going to get it from one of the big box chain type of dealerships, you need to do research on where you're getting the vehicle from. That is going to be just as important as the vehicle itself. Because anything, especially if they're a business, that means it's public information. Anything that they have ever done, you're going to be able to see that. Any type of lawsuits that they've had, anything like that, you're going to be able to see. So the research should be done not just on the vehicle that you're purchasing. Oh no, it should be done on the pre-owned dealership that you're dealing with. Which leads me to this. Ultimately, see, that's just a little small mom and pop, right? What about the actual, true, real deal buy here, pay here's, right? Taking full advantage of us. And now I'm talking about, now we're getting into something that's really more serious, predatory lending, where you've got these buy here, pay here's giving you some insane amount of interest on a vehicle that's not even worth it, that still have the same problems like yours, right? So have you dealt with the buy here, pay here type of situation?
Not really. I mean, I co-signed with, didn't actually purchase, but I did co-sign with someone on a vehicle that I felt was way higher than it was worth. And I'm like, but it wasn't my money. I wasn't paying for it. But I was like,
you so bad. Where's the flavor?
I'm just saying though. I'm like, well, it was, I forgot what it was. It a 2011 Impala? And it was way overpriced. When I say way overpriced, way overpriced. I'm like, okay, you like it, I love it, child.
See, and this is why I keep trying to preach, especially to our people, that not we've been talking about it. You have to not just research the car that you want, because that information's out there, man. You can know everything about this car. You can tell from the time that it was created, where the final destination was, to how many people's owned it, to if it's ever been in an accident. You know, that's Carfax. That's just that basic stuff, right?
Carfax, check that. Most definitely.
Definitely. Now, I have a beef with Carfax, though. I do have a beef with Carfax. My beef with Carfax is, and it may just be a small one, is that I do not like that. Let's just say, oh, you went to the grocery store, you backed into someone, but it was minor. I mean, minor is all get out, right? But you called your insurance company, you know, just in case, right? Come to find out, you're really not going to need anything. Heck, you just might need to get it, you know, patched up, you know, spray painted a little bit, whatever, right? That goes on the Carfax as minor damage. And that's how it's listed. It's not listed as anything else. So then, let's just say you go in and you want to trade in this vehicle, right? It's going to only say minor damage. Well, that's going to, for us at the big chains, we're going to be like, this vehicle was in an accident. When in fact, it wasn't. The paint just chipped off. That's kind of my beef with, you know, Carfax. And then you've got those people who don't report an accident or something like that to their insurance company, and they just fix it themselves. Well, to me, then that defeats the purpose of Carfax. Then if you decide to fix this vehicle out of pocket, well, it doesn't get reported to Carfax because that's through insurance companies for the most part. So if it doesn't get reported to Carfax, I may be buying a car that's completely and totally fucked up anyway.
A rebuilt engine, don't even know it.
I'm telling you, man. So this is why I'm a huge proponent, and it's not just because I work at one. This is why I am a huge proponent of buying at a real dealership, because real dealerships have to, one, the vehicle is legal, because the mom and pops, we don't know where these vehicles are honestly coming from. Yeah, they may come from auction. They may come out of someone's yard. It may have been their personal vehicle. They could have shaven off the VIN numbers. It could have been a stolen vehicle. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that's not regulated, right? We don't know that until they're caught. While a dealership, that's a lot harder to do. It's almost impossible. So for one, that gives you peace of mind knowing that, okay, I'm buying this at a reputable real deal dealership. Now, that's not to say that we ain't got our issues, because we do. We got issues. We got plenty of them. But the vehicle itself, 8 out of 10 ain't the problem. It's probably some type of customer service issue you having. So again, the type of vehicle that you're getting from the dealership. We have to back it up, because at the end of the day, guess what we got to do? We got to put a warranty on it. So that means we have to certify it in some way. That means we've got to fix, if there are problems, we got to fix the problems, or at least the majority of the problems. And then thirdly, we have to, our reputation truly is on the line, because we are a public business. And here's the thing, we're not just talking about Uncle Tom's Used Car Emporium. No, we're literally talking about a monster brand in a Toyota, a Nissan, a Honda, a Acura, whatever the dealership name actually is, whatever brand that they're representing, we are representing that brand. So you got to think on just a national, global level, that what we're representing is, we can't be handing people trash and garbage. Can't afford to. So let me ask you this. Have you had an opportunity to deal with kind of the big box, big chain dealerships?
Currently, yes, because I am car shopping again. And I was like, let me go to a dealership instead. Right. I have learned from my mistakes, and I was like, you know what? Never again. I'm gonna make payments on this vehicle. I'm gonna get a warranty, because if anything happens, my warranty can cover it. I'm secure. For me, buying a vehicle is all about, security. Is it gonna be a stable, reliable, dependable vehicle for 5 years or more? Because if nothing is wrong with it, I wouldn't need to trade it in. I'll keep it. Once it get to a certain mileage, if I want another one, then I'll trade that in and get that. So yeah, right now I'm just in the market looking for another one. So I'm car shopping at the moment. Question though, what I know you talk about, the used car dealerships. What about the actual used car dealerships with a good reputation? Because not all used car dealerships are bad. Not all are taking advantage. Some really actually care about the customer, care about the vehicles, and care about their reputation. Because great reputation means more money. Great customer service means I'm gonna get more referrals. More people are gonna be coming here and purchasing vehicles. So, yeah.
So I agree. And that's my thing. That's why I said earlier, what you have to do is not only just research the car that you're looking for, you must also research that dealership, that used car lot. What are other people saying? Do you know people who've bought from them? How long have they been doing this? How many? It's like anything else. Like I say, I tell people this all the time. Google is free. It's absolutely free. And it is, right? You can Google anything and anybody right now, and I promise you're going to get a litany of good, bad, and indifferent. According to Google, everybody on planet Earth is literally a psychopath. Literally, we all we all bipolar. Literally, we all crazy. Literally, we're all narcissists. Literally. But it's for you to be able to pick out those small little nuances and that small little actual useful information to make an informed decision, about this person, about this entity, about this vehicle, about this dealership, about this used car lot, and that's what you have to do. So I tell anybody, what do the reviews say? How many of them are there? How often is this place reviewed? When you drive by there, what does their lot look like? Because presentation is everything, right? If it looks like it's crap there, if it looks crap on the outside, I promise you it's crap on the inside. Excuse me. I've never seen a dealership that is crap on the outside and is the absolute greatest customer service, incredible dealership ever. I've never seen it. Because they go hand in hand. Perception is truly reality. If your lot looks 5-star, I'm expecting then 5-star service. Now, whether you give it to me is a different conversation altogether. But from that point of, man, this out here looks amazing. The salespeople look professional, So I know when I get in here, I'm going to be dealing with professional, educated folks. People who know what they're talking about. I'm not going to get in here and deal with, yeah.
And we know some of those.
Yes, we do. We know plenty of those, right? But that's what I'm saying. So yes, there are. And like I say, just like I am when it comes to EVs, I'm not an EV basher. I'm an EV realist. I'm not a used car basher, when it comes to used car lot basher. I'm just a realist. Are there more bad than there are good? I don't know. But I think there's enough of the bad ones getting attention that it takes a lot away from the good ones that are out there. Because yes, we have a lot of good ones in town that are actually good and reputable. But there's those 3 or 4 who are just, we know for a fact, completely, totally scamming. And they make the news all the time. And it gives everybody, and not just the used car lots or the buy here, pay here lots, but it gives people like me who do this honestly and who do this the right way. It gives all of us a bad name. So then when I tell people, hey, I sell vehicles at, this dealership. Oh, y'all just crooks. Y'all just, wait, hold on. Whoa, that ain't even what I do. What you talking about? But we all end up with that because of the 3 or 4 bad apples in the bunch. So let me ask you this. Do you feel like they take advantage because you are a woman, or do you think it's something deeper?
That could be a factor. Like you said earlier, we're ignorant to the fact, we don't know what type of vehicle or the right vehicle to purchase. So yeah, I think they do take advantage of women. It's always helpful. Now, it's always great to go if you are purchasing from a used car lot. If you know a mechanic, someone who is certified, not anyone who's shade tree, but a real certified mechanic, someone who went to school, letting But yeah, take a mechanic with you. That way they can, crank up the vehicle, hear how the engine runs, hear if there are any ticks and whatnot in that vehicle. And you should be good to go. I mean, they'll let you know yay or nay if you need to purchase this vehicle or not. But yeah, they think women are gullible. They don't know anything, oh yeah, we can up the price on her. She by herself, blah, blah, blah.
And it like I say, it's sad, and it's sad because God is so sexist, because that's not our experience. Even when it comes to getting your vehicle serviced, the way that you know, and I'm not saying this is everybody. I'm just saying for those cases for where, you know, women are being targeted more so than men. You know, when if I was to bring my truck in for, you know, service, they're not going to ask me, do I need A, B, C, D, E, F, and G? No, I'm going to tell them what I'm getting, and I'm going to leave it at that. They do it differently with y'all. They come back and tell y'all what y'all need to do.
Right. We have get your oil changed, ma'am. We found an oil leak. And I know darn well I've been driving this vehicle, ain't no oil spills in my driveway. All of a sudden, I got an oil leak. Oh, you just want some more money. It's not happening. I decline. No.
You know, I'm telling you, it is. And this isn't to bash the car industry, no, because I promise you, we can find this in I can find this in any industry that you want. It's not just in the car industry. Oh God, you want to try homes? Okay, yeah, let's talk about buying houses. You know what I'm saying? And see how well that works, because they know the woman's going to buy off of what it looks like, right? Oh, well, because we got your granite countertops, you know, it added an extra $50,000 to your home. Bullshit. It did not add $50,000 because it didn't cost you $50,000 to put these countertops in here. So nice try, you know. But because it looks pretty and nice, you know. Oh, okay, yeah, it's just like the kitchen that I always wanted.
Right.
And it's just $50,000, yeah, but they're getting you tied up into an additional $50,000 of debt that's completely and totally unnecessary. Oh yeah, I can take this to homes. I can take this into stores. I can. There's a reason why stores are laid out the way that they're laid, because they know who's doing most of the shopping. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I hate that this happens. I really do. When it comes to the auto industry, I hate that this happens. I hate that women have to feel like that they cannot trust us, that they cannot trust their salesperson, and they can't even trust someone who truly does have their best interests at heart, you know. But I am at the same time thankful for that this happening. I'm going to tell you why. Because of this being taken advantage of, it has infused women into this career field. Now there are more women who are freely working in this career field than ever. You know, we have a few friends that we know who are female who are absolutely killing it selling cars. And they market directly, for the most part. 90% of everything that they sell is to women.
Right, to women. Because women are more trusting to another woman. Like, we're gonna take her advice. She say this car, you know, is the best decision that we can make for ourselves. So yeah, we're gonna be like, yeah, girl, you think this, you like it, I love it. Let me go ahead and sign the paperwork. So, whereas a guy, we're gonna be like more hesitant and be like, let me go talk to my husband. Let me go talk to my boyfriend. You know. So yeah.
And I think that's just where we have to kind of get more too, is to having more women in this space, because women,
Most definitely.
I completely agree. Women are a huge market share. They spend a lot of money. They spend a lot of our money. They spend a lot of their own money. So to not market to women would be absolutely foolish on any business. But I think the smart thing to do would be then to get women in the business, and more women, because again, this is still for the most part male dominated. I mean, that the number of men in comparison to women in the auto industry as a whole is still at least 2 to 3 to 1. You know, like just being honest, for every one woman, there's 2 to 3 men in place and in position. Like I said, there are more women than there have been ever before, and women are more than welcome to join us, because we need you guys, because there's just certain ways that you can talk, especially to the new age woman. There's a certain way that y'all can talk to women that we just can't. We don't know how. We're not fluent in Venusian. Yeah, I speak a little bit Venusian, but I don't speak enough to be able to, completely convert all the time. So that's why I say women in this industry are, and that's why they kill it most of the time. Like one of our best friends, like say Roxy. Roxy is a freaking rock star. She started with us at Nissan and now is up and what's up, girl? What's up? Yeah, that is a shout out to Roxy. Roxanne, what's up? Roxanne, Shantae, what's up? Boo-boo?
Yes, Roxy is doing the damn thing. I'm proud of Roxy.
Absolutely. She's up there selling Mercedes like she's been selling Mercedes her whole life. Homegirl was a social worker 2 years ago.
But when I say the level up, the come up, the inspiration of Roxy, where she came from and where she's going and where she's at. So, that's a real testament.
Yeah. I'm just I can't wait to get her on the show. You have no idea. I've been one of her biggest cheerleaders. I'm happy I had a hand in some of that molding and shaping, but she is an example of somebody who was a customer, literally. So kind of her backstory is she bought a car on a Saturday, started working at the dealership that she bought the car from a week later, and has not looked back. Mind you, like I said, she was a social worker. Nothing wrong with social work. Need them. I think they're some of the most underpaid people in the country, just like teachers. I really do. I think they're under a tremendous amount of stress, and they are the unsung heroes of our society. Them and teachers. I swear to God, they are, right? And she was like, she was like, what the hell? What the hell? I'm going to do something different. And poof.
She's killing it.
Who knew there was a salesperson in that girl? Absolutely. And for those of you who need to know where she is, she's what is it? Is it Mercedes of South Atlanta, something like that? South Monroe. Anyway, y'all find her. She up there in Atlanta. Yeah, y'all
just look up Roxy Davis.
Right. You'll see it. I'm telling you. Homegirl is killing it. But because of, like I say, women being taken advantage of, it's opened the door for women to, charge like Roxy right through it and become now assets at dealerships. Whereas, dare I say, 15, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, why no woman on no sales floor? Come on, dog. You were going to be the receptionist at best. Maybe the controller at best. The secretary, HR. That's what you was going to do. Selling the car, shit. No, I ain't going to do it. Because you got to think, man, men were buying vehicles like that then, right? So what man is going to buy a Mustang from a woman? I'll wait. And like I said, that was, 25, 30 years ago, but times have changed. Now we see women making those major decisions now. So that's why I said women have now become the dominant force in these dealerships. They've become the most valuable asset on the sales floor. I hate the way that they're treated, and I still see a lot of discrimination when it comes to them because they're not put in positions like they should be, and they're treated sometimes less than. But now, at least for now, they're in the door, because at one point in time, there wasn't even a door for them to even get into.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I feel like if the woman is willing to get out there and work. She's a hustler. She's ambitious. You see that she is grinding every day at her current position. You know that this is something that she wants to do. Then go ahead, give her the opportunity. You know, let her prove to herself that she can do it because she knows she can do it. You know, we are women, so we can do anything that we set our mind to. Basically, if I mean, we can do it. I mean, like Beyonce said, women run the world, and it's true.
In many ways, y'all do. I can't tell you that. In many ways, you guys do. In many ways, you guys do. Well, I can say this. When it comes to, going back to, how women are often viewed or being taken advantage of in this industry, have you seen where this is kind of begin to turn around some? It's not as predatory, or maybe it's because there are now women actually working in dealerships now. That could be it,
From my experience, I was a BDC sales rep at a dealership before. So I worked in, internet sales,
Mhm.
as far as getting the customers come in, purchasing vehicles and whatnot. So I was like the middleman. So you're in this industry, you're in the car industry, and you have, older men. I'm a full figure, voluptuous, body yaddy yaddy type of person. So, and I'm cute. I look good. But anywho, you have men who will prey on you, flirt with you, try to get you to do things that you don't want to do to, probably level up to another position, move up in the company and whatnot, which is wrong. So I believe, there are men, in this industry or people higher up, like managers and whatnot, who are still like that. Um, will it ever go away? I'm not sure. I hope it is. I hope they really get some decent people in the industry.
Wow, man, and if that's ever happened to you, because it's wrong. It's just wrong everywhere. Just to have, chauvinistic people preying upon you because, oh, you're the nice, pretty, cute girl, and people
Right.
paying more attention to what you look like and what you bring to their, eyesight and everything than what you actually bring because of your talent. You know,
Right.
I'm someone that believes that everyone should be judged off the content of their character and off the merit of their work, not necessarily how great and beautiful you look, as you're doing it. Because at the end of the day, it's about the work. And I can say this industry, again, it's still being male dominated, is full of those types. But it's because, and this isn't an excuse, so please, I know it's going to kind of sound like one, but it's because though of the power and the money that comes with it. People don't realize how much money is actually truly generated in a place like a dealership, like a real deal dealership. And this isn't to poo-poo my industry because I love it. There's a lot of freedom to what it is that I do and the things that I'm able to experience and things that I'm able to help other people experience, in their own lives when I bring people into this industry. But there's truly a dark side to it. There is a dark underbelly to it. And it's really easy to get swept up because, truth be told, there aren't a lot of rules. It's just
Right.
it's just you and the money. And there are people who, you know, who can't control themselves. I'll just, once they get that sniff of what they consider success or that like, oh my God, I've made it kind of mindset, they begin to feel like they are untouchable and things can't happen to them, or that they themselves are above the law, and they're not. Things can happen, and it's sad that we are still in a place and in a world where women have to be afraid that they're going to get preyed on at work because of how beautiful or how gorgeous or how voluptuous that they are, as opposed to I got hired because of my merit, not because of my curves.
Right.
And I think it's sad. I really do. I would love to say that one day that we have grown up and arrived, but until that time fully completely shows itself, I'm just saying. So any last parting words you want to have before we jump on out of here? Because this has been fun.
This was fun. I am completely nervous, but it was great. I love you. Oh yeah, don't forget, to subscribe to the McCreary Experience. If you see any flyers, share those. Like, any past customers, we like referrals. So go ahead and send them over. But yeah, you can, follow me. My name is Nalikia, but I'm on Facebook as Nikki Mac. If you want to follow my page, it's Nalikia on IG as well. But I have fun. I enjoyed this podcast.
Well, glad you did. I want to thank you for joining us tonight and kind of giving us a female perspective that a lot of times I think gets looked over. And I'm someone who tries to be very conscious of this, being raised by a single mom and older at that. So I often say that the most forgotten voice on the world, if we're the most endangered species is men, you guys are the most unprotected as Black women.
Very much unprotected. Yes, protect our Black women.
And with that, I feel like your voices aren't heard necessarily all the time. So I always want to make sure to have a space and a place where Black women's voices are being heard in our experiences, no matter what that is. And even when it comes to purchasing vehicles, because again, you aren't in my shoes of where you are a salesperson selling to the consumer. That would be Roxy. You are actually the consumer. So you have dealt with things that as a Black man, I've not dealt with when it comes to buying a vehicle. I don't know what it's like to be taken advantage of or feel like I've been taken advantage of. I don't know what it's like to be completely and totally, sexualized by my boss and have inappropriate things said directly to me when it comes to, and that make me feel extremely uncomfortable. I don't know that feeling. I don't know what it's like to, for a mechanic to not shoot it straight with me. So your words have been valuable this evening, and it's something that we can begin to overcome and help everybody overcome. And the more of these stories that we share, the more that we can get this out there, and the more that we get this out here, the easier it is for change will be to happen and truly happen. So again, I want to thank you for doing this, for showing up this evening. You were awesome. You were great. I couldn't tell you were nervous at all. So, yeah. So if you want a little bit more about me or want to follow up with me, I do have a website, the McCrearyExperience.com. Again, that is the McCrearyExperience.com. That is my last name, McCrearyExperience.com. I am on Facebook and Instagram. That is the McCreary Experience on Facebook and Instagram. The McCreary Experience on Facebook and Instagram. And of course, you can always watch previous episodes of this podcast, Behind the Experience, the car show. You can find that also on YouTube, Behind the Experience. You can find that on YouTube as well. I've been Anthony McCreary. That has been Nikki, or as I call her, Nikki, but Nalikia. We bid you guys a wonderful, wonderful evening. I cannot wait to see you guys next week because I got something nice and hot and special for you guys next week. Be ready. Be ready. Pieces, 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 deuces.
The only trick you need to save time and money?
Valdosta Nissan says pick your pick.
What the world?
Valdosta Nissan says pick your payment. Then
At Shirley Lou and Associates, powered
Valdosta Nissan says pick your payment. Then pick your